Glad to have you join us again. If you just joined us, this is Business Breakfast on iBrand Television. Charles Frakwaga, Public and Business Affairs Analyst, joins me now live virtually to give us some insight into some of these top stories. Good morning, Charles. Glad to have you join me on the show today.
Good morning. It's always a pleasure to be on your show.
All right, then, let's get talking now. We're seeing this report coming from the Central Bank of Nigeria stating that the foreign exchange reserve, that's the external reserve, actually depleted by $1.02 billion within the past 18 days. Charles, how would you react to this? And do you think this will have any negative impact on the gradual stabilization we're seeing on the foreign exchange market that is bringing an appreciation to our local currency, the Naira?
Yes, thank you very much. You see, the reports that came out, I was not surprised because we have always asked. CBN is really playing a market maker role in the FX market, and they've been able to stay on the backlog of Forex. Now, you ask yourself, where are all these Forex coming from? Yes, you can say increase in remittances from diaspora Nigeria, and of course, increase in our oil production. However, it's also fair that we are using some of our reserves, as a defense, which for me is not really bad. And it is not going to be sustainable. It has to be for an intervention, which is what CBN has done. And we are seeing a gradual stabilization of the Naira. Now, we cannot continue to defend the Naira using our reserves, except we need to increase that reserve. And which is what this government is now doing through CBN. For me, I think it's a welcome development. CBN should watch closely, and when they see that it's becoming an issue using the reserve, then we should look at other areas of trying to increase our foreign net receipts, which I believe that is what they are doing now, and we are seeing increased remittance from that, and also seeing an increase in our oil production. But at the same time, we also focus on non-oil receipts, so that we'll be at a balance, and we'll be able to sustain this Naira, and we'll see a stability in the price of the Naira. And of course, that will trickle down to the economy. Once there is price stability, an economy can grow.
Thank you so much for that. Now, but I need to get your thoughts on this. Do you see all the efforts made by the CBN to bring about the current stability we're seeing in the foreign exchange nosediving? If for any reason we cannot sustain the growth of the external reserve, which one way or the other may have to affect the foreign exchange market and bring about a kind of depreciation of the Naira. What's your reaction to this?
Yes, I've always advocated that for any economic manager, there are three variables always controlling: the exchange rate, interest rate, and inflation rate. So now the CBN is actually, they can control interest rates by the MPR increasing or decreasing. They can do that. Inflation rate, they cannot do that. Now, for the forex rate, they can provide stability, which is what they are doing. However, it's always an intervention measure. We need to go back to our production. We need to go back to see that we increase our revenue, whether it is non-oil sector, whether it is oil sector, other areas of the economy, the blue economy, marine, and all that. It is only when we do that we'll be able to sustain our reserve. Because when our reserve is up, it also now gives credibility to our Naira. Naira will appreciate. But when we see that the Naira is falling, then we have no choice. The CBN has no choice to play that role of trying to stabilize it. And that is why from time to time, they are going to also use the reserve to defend it. It's like you're using your last leg to defend your position. And it is done in the interest of national security, because no nation will allow that currency to just continue to free float like that. So that is why, yes, but as you are doing that, you must have in mind that you must replace those reserves that you are using to defend the Naira. And we must go back to increasing our revenue drive in terms of getting correct and seeing that the Naira is stable.
All right, then let's just focus now to the next story now. All seem not to be well with small businesses operating in the country. Concerning the reports, we're seeing here that 30% out of the over 24 million registered small and medium-scale enterprises under the Association of Nigerian Association of Small and Scale Industrialists, 30% of this population of business owners operating in the country actually shut down businesses last year. Isn't this worrisome? And then again, what do you think that governments need to do to reignite the confidence of young entrepreneurs who have so much interest in doing business in this country?
Yes, thank you very much. It's a main concern to everybody in the country, not only governments, because entrepreneurs are the bedrock of any economy. And we're encouraging entrepreneurship even at a very tender age so that people develop that entrepreneurial mindset. And when they are through school, they can now set up and even employ so many persons. We have seen so many schemes trying to empower young Nigerians to see that they are on their own. However, there are factors and variables that these young entrepreneurs cannot control. Like we saw what the SME leaders are saying. That is 30% have closed shop. Now, what that implies? Unemployment has increased. A lot of people who were meaningfully engaged before can no longer find jobs because of the prevailing business environment. Now, what the government need to do? We have said this energy is a problem. Now, yes, electricity. We are generating from gas, hydro. We should look at our energy mix and begin to encourage people to look at alternative sources of energy. All we want is energy for our SMEs to produce. So, we can incentivize solar, the panels, the inverters and all that. If we cannot even get them locally here, give a kind of incentive and encourage for people to bring them in at a very affordable rate so that we can begin to explore that area of energy and see that most of our SMEs switch to that energy and we begin to make it a bit. I agree with them. If you look at my first time, some of the wedding salons, you see, they close down because they can no longer sustain what we did with discos or NEPA, as the case may be. Now, if they have a solution in terms of alternative energy, solar, I am told with as little as 1.5 or 2 million, you can do a solar powered energy that will run your barbing salon and other small businesses. So, government can incentivize those who are producing these inverters, the panels, and of course the technicians who will assemble everything. And see that yes, our SMEs continue to produce sustainably without looking at the usual power source. They're looking at our sanity. I mean, that is the way forward. We can no longer continue to begin to complain. It's to look for alternatives and see that this power is available to those who want to make use of it at affordable rate so that they can continue to produce and of course employ other youths.
All right then, thank you so much for that insight. But let's just stay with business and the Nigerian business ecosystem. Again, all seem not to be well this time around with those within the hospitality and tourism business in the country, especially in Lagos State here, as the federal government has given warnings to Landmark Africa Group owners of the Landmark Beach Resort to clear off some parts of the waterways because of the Lagos Calabar Highway construction that will be that have already started works. Now, these people have come out to say that if the federal government decided that they are going to go ahead with the highway, and it's still going to affect the operation of Landmark, and Landmark has come out to say that this will lead to about 16,000 jobs, and also over 80 businesses will be lost. Charles, I need to get your insight about this. I know you are vast in many areas, but give us more insight as to how the federal government can go about constructing the Lagos-Calabar Highway without having any impact on the landmark tourist corridor.
Okay, thank you very much. You have to look at it, critically. For any project, there is what we call environmental impact assessment.
Okay.
It's not just about the environment itself, but also the project is coming into place. So many things will give way for that project. Now, the environmental impact is going to be, okay, when this project is completed, what are the economic benefits to that system? Mind you, if a coastal road, let's say from Lagos to Calabar, is going to traverse so many states, and it's going to improve transportation and economic development. And you now come back to what Lambert is saying. Yes, businesses go down, but we look at the cost benefit analysis. If at the long run, bringing down landmark and the coastal road is in place, they're going to be having more economic benefit than if we can't do it or we let landmark is left there and this should be not constructed. So the government has looked at the economic benefit and actually they are doing environmental impact assessment studies. And it has come to their fore to realize that this project will give us more economic benefit. So landmark has to go down. However, the government has to compensate adequately the businesses and persons who are there and try to look for our alternative sites for them. It is done all over the world where the environmental impact assessment has shown that this project is going to benefit more than what they are seeing already. So the government has to compensate the businesses that are going to go down for Nigeria to go up. It's as simple as that. So I believe the experts have done all that environmental impact and they have seen that yes, this road, imagine traveling from Lagos to Calabar, it's just on the coastal road and you are there. So there's going to be much economic activity which will impact on the general economy. However, like I said, government should compensate the persons who are involved when concerned of issues that will lead to the destruction of their property.